Hey, you guys, happy Saturday night. And I know I'm looking crazy. We took the kids to a festival in our area, and we have been there most of the day. It has been hot and then it has been cold. I had a few videos that I wanted to do with you guys today, but I really didn't have time before we left. So I decided, well, if we get back and it's not too late, I would do them. So I wanted to go ahead and do them with you guys. Really quickly, I do want to address someone in the chat. Roddy Mom, you aren't putting time out. So when you are putting time out, the only thing that happens, you can still see the stream. You just can't chat. Now, if you are watching someone actively on YouTube and their screen goes black, either their streaming service like went to crap, like kicked the bucket, and that's why it went black, or it was removed in the middle of you watching it. They violated terms of services somehow, and the video was actually taken down in the middle of the stream. So one or two of those things happened. The person did something and the video got taken down in the middle of it, or their streaming software that connects to YouTube kicked the bucket, and yeah. So you are not in trouble. You didn't get in trouble in somebody's stream. I can promise you that. So here's the thing, you guys. When Ryan Edwards was arrested February 10th, someone pulled a FOIA to get that body cam dash cam of his arrest. That was the son. I think it was the son that got that, and they put a lot of it up. The only thing is they did not put all of it up. So we have all of it now, and we're gonna watch all of it. We have from the time that the officers arrived at his job up until they were stealing the drugs in evidence bags and putting them in the back of their car. That was something that I was actually looking forward to when we were watching the the body cam before. Was, they're like searching him, and I never saw them find anything. But one thing that we knew was that they found it in his wallet, but I never saw them look in his wallet. Well, that was after they put him in the car and shut the car door. We have that. We're going to watch that. So that's what we're going to do. It is a 16-minute stream, or a 16-minute video that we're going to watch. And it's also from a different body cam. So there's things that you can hear on this video that you couldn't hear on the last one, because it's from the guy's body cam and not the girls. So let's go ahead. Let's roll the intro, and then we'll get into it. Hopefully the cops were not stealing it, and they were stealing it. Roddy Mama Chat said, I thought you said stealing, not stealing. Hey, Chris. Glad you caught the live as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We are going to look at this video really quickly. Like I said, it's 14 minutes long. Shout out to the son for even getting the video. But I really wish we would have saw the full screen video from the beginning, because we did not. This is just this is the body cam from the guy. So we will actually see the woman. The woman we were all like, oh, she's kind of feisty. Or some people thought that she was too hardcore on Ryan. Now, let me kind of put everything in this timeline here of what's happened. Okay, so at this point, Mackenzie and Ryan, they have separated. She has filed for a divorce, and she has filed for a protective order. There has been numerous fights that have happened. There has been several incidents of him getting physically and verbally abusive, according to Mackenzie. Mackenzie has met with the cops in town to give a statement. Mackenzie has also went to the police station and written statements for the police officers in order to get the RO against Ryan. So all these things have happened. She has left, filed for the divorce, and they were actually going to the house to serve Ryan with the RO when they figured out that the house was demolished. They went back, contacted Mackenzie, brought Mackenzie back to the house, looked through the house with Mackenzie. At that point, they found out that Ryan had actually contacted Mackenzie's dad. So they violated him for the RO that she had just gotten like the day before. Literally, she gets the RO. He violates it that night. The next day, they see the house. They find out that he's called her parents. So they're like, we're going to violate him for that. And look at what he's done here. So he's going to jail. So they look through the house with Mackenzie. They take pictures. They leave. They go to Ryan's parents' house looking for him. He is not there. and they then go to his job. This is going to show us from the moment they pull up, they go in, they talk to someone who could potentially be Ryan's boss, I believe, and they ask him, "We're here to talk to Ryan," and he's like, "Ryan Edwards." They're like, "Yes." So we're going to see everything from beginning to end. At this point, they already have the warrant, but they are also pretty ticked off about the damage that he has done to the house.
Yep. I think he stayed up there with her so that she could get some stuff out. He's going to take me and you're going to go in through the front.
Thank you, Carol.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
You can talk to Ryan.
Ryan?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Is he here to talk to?
Ryan Edwards?
Yes.
Yeah, he's here. You want me to get him for you?
Yes, please.
All right. Hang on one second.
Joel, walk with you here, but
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Ryan.
His truck's here.
Yeah. We're good. Right.
man, if you want to keep an eye on that truck right there. Let's see. Oh, okay.
I went back 10:35.
Now. That's him sitting on that. Take your hand out of your pocket. Sit right here. Turn around.
What is going on?
Turn around. You're in place under arrest.
For what?
Well, for one, you know what you did up here at the house. That's ridiculous.
I did not do that.
Oh, yeah? Somebody else did it.
I've got evidence.
Okay.
Well, you have a warrant, so how about
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that better for you?
This is crazy.
Well, you violated the order last night. You're supposed to immediately vacate.
The officer that said I could move my stuff out.
He told you could do that with a police
With law enforcement.
escort with 45 minutes. That's written on
If
there.
she wasn't
He
there.
also told you that you needed to turn yourself in on this warrant.
Yes, that was yesterday.
656 got one. He says. Don't go ahead and randomize anymore.
So we're not going to ask you any questions right now, but just so that you're all aware of what's going on, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you can afford one will be appointed to you. You have the right to have that in your presence at any time during questioning. So you have the right to refuse to answer any questions.
I need to lock my toolbox up.
Somebody else can handle it.
$1,000.
Okay, somebody else is gonna have to do that for you.
Ma'am, I have the keys to it.
Wherever it is, if you've unsecured it right now, I don't know where it's at. We're going straight to a patrol car. So you said you didn't do that. What am I talking about?
I've been to my house. I saw what the hell was done.
So who did that then? If it wasn't you.
The person that is with her, I guess.
When did you see it?
When I was there, I stayed at my house and my parents' house. I know this part because that's her own house. I don't know if he wrote on my house. I left and went to my dad's house, and I went back there. That's what I saw.
What morning?
Yeah.
Okay, she was at the house yesterday and it wasn't like that.
Yes, it was. I thought too.
What kind of proof do you have?
I have my camera, game camera, with the SD card.
You also violated the order by calling her dad, telling him that you're going to be there at the house.
Are you serious?
Yes. It's indirect contact.
I don't understand that.
Well, you should have asked questions yesterday when it was served and you asked if you had to.
I'm not being a play. I'm going to try to contact her.
Same thing.
She has an order of protection. She called you guys 3 times.
60 out of that. West 66 units where we got to make custody.
I understand that, and I'm not mad at you. But, I mean, goodness gracious, guys.
So if you understand that, then why are you so angry about this? Turn your face before and separate your feet. You were told you had a warrant and you didn't do
Oh my God.
That's it. I know you're here in New Jersey. Do you use needles?
No,
Do you have no needles?
no.
You should take this belt line really good. I said turn and face the car. I didn't tell you to.
I was, no.
Have him lift that boot back. Stick your boot back up. Thank you.
You want the other one too, sir?
Sure, we'll get it.
Turn around and do the other one. Let's go. There you go. Hey,
And then one more thing here.
yeah, this thing is fucking wet. You are killing me.
You are quite alive, actually.
No, I can go to my house.
That was an order of protection.
There wasn't an order of protection when I.
Okay, so really quickly, I see some comments in the that I want to address really quickly before we finish this. They are taking pictures of his shoes because in the house there was paint everywhere. There was spray paint. There was like all kinds of paint. And the paint is actually on his boots. The white paint that was sprayed in the house is actually on his boots. So that's why they're taking the pictures of his boots. The house belongs to Mackenzie. Mackenzie bought it in 2019. So it is in her name and her name alone. However, since they did get married before that, I think he could possibly be entitled community property, I would assume, but it is in her name and her name only. Someone asked, why was the female officer searching him? I think from my understanding, she was the highest in command out there, I think. Like, just the way they all kind of talk to each other. I think that the bald guy was like kind of the bottom of the totem pole, I believe. Either way, she was like the main one handling it. Like she walked him out. So I think that's why she was just the one doing it. The only reason they took pictures of the boots is because there was evidence on the boots. That's why. All right, let's finish. And Nick, you're right. He did say it's wet paint. I noticed on the thing the closed captioning, it popped up wet tank. Those captioning, I have a program where I can select for it to bring the closed captioning up, and I have to go through and make sure it's correct because it will say random things like that, and I didn't catch that one. Usually I have to correct a good bit because they're what they think things say most of the time is like not accurate. That was one that I did not catch, but you were correct. He said it's wet effing paint, which he tattled on himself again.
Can you give my stuff to, or at least put it in my toolbox, please?
It'll go with you. You can have somebody pick it up from the jail.
Okay, so right here, they turn their body cam audio off. I'm not really sure why. They may be talking about things more personal. I'm not sure why they turn their body cam audio off, but they do. They will turn it back on in a minute. I do have to say, anytime a cop turns their bodies, like their body cam audio or video off, I'm always suspicious. I'm always like, why they turn that off? I just feel like maybe they're saying things that are, I don't know, too personal. I don't know. It's not redacted by the place that sent it because when they turn it back on, you hear him say, turn it on. You will hear him say, turn your audio back on because he's already turning his on as he's instructing them to turn theirs on. So it was intentionally done by him. So, okay, this is something else that was kind of weird to me. We're going to back it up just a little bit because I was talking. So when they noticed what was in the wallet, the female officer got really happy and they did like a little high five that they found drugs on him. To me, I don't know. I would be, if it was me, if I was a cop officer and I arrested someone that I knew that had a problem with addiction and then I found drugs in their wallet, I would be kind of like, damn it, really? Crap. But they're like, yay, we got him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We're going to back it up just a little bit. Yes, Ashley, they're about to show you right here. See, so there's the drugs in that wallet right there. Now watch the female. She's like, oh, we got him. High five. Now she's taking pictures of it. She's going to take pictures of it. And in a minute, they're going to turn the audio back on. Nick B. That's Nick B. That makes a lot of sense.
On audio one.
Audio on?
Yeah. See what. Yep, good deal.
I've got gloves. You want me to pull it out? Throw it in.
Yeah, here we can just. I think I got a baggie right here. We can put it in. All in here for you. Hey, Keith, we grab me one more bag. Just go ahead and separate the paraphernalia out.
So I'll need a third phone number.
Using this address.
Is that
It's hard to tell.
looks like either heroin or fentanyl? I just can't tell because it's just so fine.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and seal that one up.
No,
Good deal.
I wanted the rest of the weekend off. You know, I'll go for a very short amount of time. The rest will be sleeping.
This is a good one. Hell yes.
So they're different colors.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if one heroin that's fentanyl because it's so white, and that's like slightly dirtier. Maybe it's
Might be
that's
a
the
black
heroin.
It might be just different.
Didn't she say he had a cocaine issue?
Heroin.
Well,
Heroin.
I thought she said cocaine, but I know in the past he's had heroin charges with Red Bank, but I think she said coke. So either way, I wouldn't test it, send it off. But yeah, just suspect either being.
I mean, cocaine would be more fitting for what he did over there,
Yeah, it
being
would.
up all night, but or just what he might.
Was this somebody else's too, or is that all you?
What, that wallet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
Just for our safety, is it fentanyl or is it heroin or is it something else? Huh? You don't know?
Is it powdered sugar? Oh, okay.
Somebody just slip in your wallet?
I very often don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty.
Well, I really appreciate it.
Um,
Okay, so the way they asked him, like, is that yours? He automatically knew they were talking about the wallet because he knew that's where the drugs were. You know, he's like, that wallet. And they're like, yeah, he goes, that's mine. It looks like he was like, yeah, that's mine. Ashamed, you know, and they're like, well, what is that? Is it Coke or, and he's like, I don't know. Like he was too ashamed to acknowledge what it was. For their safety, I do think he should have told them. But you know, they did turn the cameras off and things did go quiet. I don't think they put this in his wallet because the cameras were on the whole time. I mean, from the time they found his wallet, the cameras were still on. So while the audio was off, the cameras were still on. And let me see. I don't think there was ever a moment anybody could have slipped anything in his wallet per se. They may have just been talking about personal things. They may have been talking about, you know what? So we got him for this and this. He's going to go to jail. Might be able to bond out. Just kind of talking over things or whatever. I don't think they put drugs in his wallet or anything. And it says even if he says, "Oh, it's just heroin," he doesn't know who cut it with or what. It could be cut with fentanyl. People don't always know. That's true. Absolutely, Nick B. I know the first time I watched this and the high five, and it almost looked like the woman immediately regretted trying to do the high five. We're gonna go back and watch that part again. Um, it looked like she immediately regretted that because she does this. Here, we're gonna watch this over again really quickly. She does this, but then when the guy puts his hand up, look, and she's like, whoop, almost like she knew that it wasn't going to look that professional. I'll back it up and slow it down a little bit. It looks like she had instant regret, like, oh, never mind. Back of the hand. You know what I'm saying? It didn't sit well with me either when they first kind of celebrated about this. I was like, that's weird. Someone in the chat said maybe they're just tired of his stuff and they know he needs more time and they know this will give him more time. So, obviously, the more charges, the longer he's going to do, or the more likely it will be that the judge will not set a bail for him. So I can kind of understand that.
On audio. Audio on? Yeah. See what? Good deal.
I've got gloves. You want me to pull it out? Throw it in.
Yeah, everyone I think I got a baggie right here we can put it in.
Sure did, Abby. You sure did. Exactly.
All in here for you.
Take a good look.
Keith, will you grab me one more bag? Just go ahead and separate the curb thing out.
So I'll need a third phone number.
Using this address.
Is that
It's hard to tell.
looks like either heroin or fentanyl? I just can't tell because it's just so fine.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and seal that one up.
No,
Good deal.
I wanted the rest of the weekend off. I'll go for a very short amount of time. The rest will be sleeping.
This is a good one. Hell yes.
So they're different colors.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if one's heroin and one's fentanyl. That's fentanyl because it's so white, and that's like slightly dirtier. Maybe it's
Might be
that's
a
the
black
heroin.
It might be just different.
Didn't she say he had a cocaine issue?
Heroin.
Well,
Heroin.
I thought she said cocaine, but I know in the past he's had heroin charges with Red Bank, but I think she said coke. So either way, I wouldn't test it, send it off. But yeah, just suspect either being.
I mean, cocaine would be more fitting for what he did over there,
Yeah, it
being
would.
up all night, but or what he might.
Was this somebody else's too, or is that all you?
What? That wallet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
Right. Just for our safety, is it fentanyl or is it heroin or is it something else? Huh? You don't know?
Is it powdered sugar? Oh, okay.
Somebody just slip it in your wallet.
I very often don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was saying something else when they went to shut that door, but I can't make out what he was saying. I can't make out what he was saying. Chris, me and the kids went to a festival. Me, Sean, and the kids went to a festival earlier. That's what the wristbands are for. I wasn't in the hospital. But thank you for being concerned. Hey, Shayna. This is what I didn't like. With Ryan being a repeat offender, the judge let him off way too easy. Absolutely. I can't believe that after he trashed the house, he violated the protective order, not even 24 hours after the protective order was taken out on him. He should have served jail time at that moment and then been sent to a facility from jail. Not, listen, we're going to drop everything. You're going to go on probation for a little bit. You got to wear a GPS monitoring system. And at some point, get your affairs in order and then turn yourself into rehab. That should have not been even a possibility. He should have been jail for a few months, and then we're going to ship you off to rehab like a bus. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Giving him the option to turn himself in, and then the way he was able to just leave. So Ryan was back filming for Teen Mom. However, they were not there for this. I know, J. Marie, if Pinocchio was a person, I know, right? But after this, so he went before the judge, bonded out. He was basically told you're going to be on probation for 11 months and 29 days. That probation can be decreased as long as you go to rehab and you got to wear a GPS monitoring device. The drug charges, the harassment charges, those were dropped. And he was given time to get his affairs in order and then turn himself over, go to rehab, right? So during the time that he was getting his affairs in order, he was filming for Teen Mom. He was at a restaurant with Macy, and that was filmed, from my understanding. He ended up turning himself into rehab, and then just shy of 2 weeks into the facility, he left. And this was court ordered. I don't know how you can just say, okay, I'm dipping out. I'm not sure, but he did. The staff advised him against it. And just a few days after leaving the rehab, less than a block, like a mile away, it was either a block or a mile away from the courthouse, was where he overdosed. So he went before the same judge Thursday, the same judge that ordered him to rehab. He went before that judge Thursday. And finally, that judge said, you know what? Actually, when even the judge said this, the prosecutor said, you made a mockery out of us. Like, you already got off lenient before. And now here you are getting in more trouble, overdosing. So now we need to really throw the book at you. And that's kind of the prosecutor, how they pleaded with the judge. They're like, he was literally just here. He was just here. We let him off easy. And he literally overdosed. He did not stay his full length of time at the rehab. So we really need to give him more serious punishment. And the judge then said, the judge was like, I know you, Ryan. You're a good person, Ryan. There's good in you. There's just demons inside of you. The drugs are strong and they've been taken over. And he tells Ryan, I'm going to have to sentence you to jail, and I'm probably going to sentence you to rehab later on. That won't be right now, but right now you will be going to jail. And he told Ryan, I am trying to save your life. He also said that he, knew Ryan from a young age. He knows Ryan's family, and that he don't want to see. He said, you literally died on Broad Street the other day. And thankfully, medics got there in enough time to save you. So basically, I mean, if I was the judge, that would be on my conscience. You know what I'm saying? It's Ryan that's doing the drugs, but that judge is supposed to uphold the law. And you just can't let people continue to get away with things like this, get away with things like this, get away with things like this, Exactly, Monty. Giving him easy outs will not help an addict. And I feel like most judges and people think like, well, they're already struggling. Let's give them like a little slap on the wrist, tell them to go to rehab and wish them well and hope for the best. That is not going to help an addict. Yeah, he's going to drop dead if he isn't locked up. True story. Yes, Beach Bum. I actually have a video that explains how Ryan Edwards has ties to the judge. And here, let me find that video for you, and I'll link it. He has ties to both judges. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, it's this video right here, which I guess you guys can't see that. Let me see. It's Ryan's close ties to a lenient judge. He is literally close to two of them. the Red Bank judge, who was his defense attorney. Okay, so Ryan grew up and went to school in Red Bank. Ryan, when he was got in trouble earlier, years prior in 2017 to 2019, he got into some trouble, drug charges, and the judge over there is a family friend who also is a defense attorney, right? So now Ryan is getting in trouble in another county, and the judge is Judge Starnes, who is a family friend, lives right down the street from Ryan and his parents, who attended Ryan's wedding. Ryan is good friends with their daughter, Christina. Well, Ryan was in court, Judge Starnes presiding, with his attorney, who was the judge from Red Bank, who presided over his cases 2017 to 2019. So, yes, he has close ties to both judges. And it should be conflict of interest. I don't know why it hasn't been. I don't know. Hey, Cece. I feel like Ryan being on the show didn't help him either. He was small town famous and got treated better. Exactly. Probably so. Exactly. At this point, what they have proposed happened with Ryan. So Ryan was sentenced to jail for 11 months and 29 days, right? Yes. Okay, Heather. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the 1 year in jail is just for the drug and car accident. No. No. Okay, the 1 year in jail is for the harassment. Okay, so he first got arrested this day that we just saw, February 10th. And that was because he was put on a protective order. He was put on a protective order, don't contact Mackenzie. He also had harassed her. So he got arrested for those things. He went before the judge and he bonded out, right? But his punishment was to go to rehab. Well, he did not go to rehab. Well, he did, but he left early. So that violated this. That violated the terms of this February 10th situation. It violated him. For violating that, he got sentenced to 1 year. He is due back in court sometime in June, and that is for the wreck. The wreck and everything, from my understanding. Yeah, so he's still got another court date for that. So he could get more time, possibly. But from my understanding, what they are trying to do with him, okay, so he was sentenced to 1 year. Once he has court for the other stuff, he might get more time. But what they proposed when he was at court is they proposed he'd do his time for this, and then when he get out, he get put into a rehab facility where he gets a shot, 1 shot a month, I think it is. And that shot is to curb his appetite for drugs. It's a maintenance medication, so he will not crave drugs, and he will stay there in the rehab facility for a while, take that shot monthly, and then from there he will go into like sober living. He is in jail now, sentenced to 1 year. He will not be getting out for a minute. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Buprenorphine. Buprenorphine? Okay. So basically this shot just tries to keep him off drugs. But once out of the rehab facility, he will go into a sober living home. So it's like gradual steps. After that, work his way back into society, learn how to live without depending on drugs. He will take this shot for who knows how long. But at this point, he's got to do something. He's going to end up dead or in jail for a lot longer. So that's where we're at right there, you guys. And shout out to the son for getting the footage. However, I wish we could have got the whole footage the other day because that was one thing that I was wondering when we saw the footage before. I'm like, why did it cut it off? Like, they're going to search his stuff in a minute, surely, and find the you know what. So I'm glad that one of my followers sent me a link to the full video, and I was like, thank you so much because I really wanted to see that, and even more so, seeing the cop go back there and say, "Is this yours?" And he automatically knew. He's like, the wallet. That's where his stuff was, and he said, "Yes, the wallet. It's mine, man. Can you tell us what this is? Is it this or this?" I don't know. It was like he was too embarrassed to tell them what it was. But he did take claims over the wallet. That maybe he really didn't know. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know for sure if it was this or that because he does both. Who knows? I don't know. Either ways, you guys, I will be doing a video tomorrow about the same topic. So if you're interested in continuing on this, you know, following this situation, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to have you guys as a part of my channel. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Mackenzie's response to all of this. She did speak out and she has spoken out about Ryan's sentencing and what she feels about that. She was there at the sentencing. She walked in after Jen and Larry had already walked in and got seated. She did not sit with them. And when they seen her walk in and sit on the other side, they got a little upset that she did not want to come sit by them or, talk to them. They got up and walked out for a little bit. And Jen and Larry were emotional. And they came back in and they sat down. They got very emotional when Ryan walked in. After it was over, Mackenzie did leave and paparazzi did catch her on the way out, but she has responded to his sentencing of 1 year. We will go over that tomorrow. So if you're interested in learning about what she had to say about this, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to know what his parents are thinking. I would too. Vivitrol is naltrexone for extended release injectable suspension for opioid addiction. I'm not really familiar with that. I'm curious to know why she has ignored them. We all know why, but still would love to know. I feel like more than likely the reason she's ignoring them is because she knows that they're going to blame her. I feel like she knows this is what they do. It's always somebody else's fault, or maybe they already have blamed her. Maybe she tried to reach out to them and they shunned her. Maybe they were like, because Ryan has been saying that she's cheating. I don't think she's cheating. I really don't think she's cheating. There has been no evidence whatsoever that she's cheating. And if Ryan had the evidence that she was cheating, he would have put it out. He would have posted it just like he posted that photo of her, that sexy photo of her. And I feel like when people get on drugs like this, they can get super paranoid. And I think that's what's happening to Ryan. I think he's getting super paranoid and accusing her of something that she is not doing. But I think more than likely, he's convinced Jen and Larry that Mackenzie is cheating and it's all her fault. And that's why this is all happening. Here's the thing. Even if Mackenzie was cheating, what he did to that house, he still shouldn't have did that. That is going too far. That is going too far. If she cheated, you know what you do? You go file for a divorce, try to get you some proof. So put her on the line for divorce fees and everything and try to get, custody of your children. I don't know. There's a certain way you go about doing things. You don't just take it up on yourself to trash your children's home. You'll do that. My son hit the ground running with his recovery. I'm a recovering addict, been clean for 30 years. Oh, wow, 30 years. That's awesome. But I don't think she deserves this. I've gotten comments on my videos saying, Mackenzie knew what she was getting into. She deserves this. And I do not agree with that because a lot of times if we like someone, we try to see the good in them and we don't accept some of the bad. But none of us knew this about Ryan back then. Even when he drove high out of his mind to their wedding, she thought it was Xanax. She turned the cameras off, but you could still hear the audio. And she said, "Did you take Xanax today?" I think she just thought that he had a problem with Xanax, not everything else. So I think she believed him. I don't think she deserves this. Now this is going to affect their kids. this affects Bentley, so he needs to do better. His children did not deserve to have their home destroyed, and that's another thing. Someone said something along the lines like, "Oh, why is she acting like this is a big deal and she can't bring her kids back home? All she needs to do is clean the house up." This is beyond cleaning the house up. This is huge holes in the wall. All the mirrors broke. Spray paint on all the like the windows and the walls. Like the walls are gonna have to be patched up, repainted. Like the refrigerator was pulled out of the wall and broken onto the counter. The microwave that is in the wall broken. Like this is beyond that. Someone commented and said, Leslie, you're from Louisiana. Don't you know about hurricanes and how they damage houses and they rebuild? Yeah, I'm from Louisiana, and guess what? You have homeowners insurance, and there's another deductible that you pay called the hurricane deductible. And usually the insurance companies have to come out, they have to take pictures, and it's a process of that getting fixed. It doesn't happen in days. And I have children that when we would go stay with Sean's parents in Texas, by like the second or third day, they're wanting to go home. They want to be in their home where they are comfortable. This is the only home that her little two, Jagger and Stella, that's the only home they know. So they can go stay at grandma and grandpa's all day long. In a couple of days, they're going to want to go to their house where they are comfortable. But that can't happen. And even if they have homeowners insurance, I doubt their insurance is going to cover this because it was done intentionally by one of the homeowners or by, someone. They're not going to cover this. So this is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars to pay to fix the damages and the cleanup crew. And then to replace the refrigerator, all the mirrors, the windows, no, this is not what she means is my kids want to come home now and they can't. They can't come home right now. And every day that she has to go home to her kids or bring her kids home to their grandparents' house and stay with her parents, and they're saying, I want to go home, that's heavy on her heart to tell her kids, I'm sorry, we can't. So this is not a situation where her kids don't deserve this. And that's what's happening more than likely right now. More than likely, every night, her kids, when she's putting them to bed at grandma and grandpa's house, they're saying, can we go to our house? And she's having to tell them, I'm sorry, we can't. How does anybody not understand that? And her kids don't deserve that. And another thing, too, is Mackenzie was not back on Teen Mom, from my understanding. She has a 9-to-5 job where she's making 9-to-5 money. She's not making $300,000 or $400,000 a year like she used to. This is going to cost a ton of money to fix. Why should that come out of Mackenzie's pocket when she's going to be the one taking care of her kids now alone because Ryan's going to be in jail? So she should pay for this. She should take her money that is going to have to pay for daycare for her kids, school clothes and all the necessities that they're going to need that she's going to be responsible for. Take money out of that for them to repair the home that she did not damage. I don't think so. That's not fair at all. Ryan should be the one to have to pay for the cleanup crew, and he should be the one to have to pay for that home to be fixed completely. That was a beautiful home. That home is gorgeous, and he demolished it, spray painting all over the walls, putting holes this big in the freaking wall, huge holes. They have a back patio that you can walk out onto. It's sliding screen doors. He spray painted on. It's not sliding screen doors. It's sliding screen doors. They're see through and they slide open. He spray painted on all of them about what a horse she is. So she's gonna have to clean those. I don't know if you can get the spray paint off. Maybe you can, or maybe replace them. The mirror in her bathroom, big mirror above her sink, busted. There's so much. So much is going to have to be replaced. This is not going to be a few days, or like the person saying, why can't Mackenzie get in there and clean it? Excuse me? She's working a 9-to-5 job and now tending to her kids by herself. So when is she supposed to go clean this house? Even if she went and cleaned every day for the next month, she's still not going to get it to where it needs to be. She's still not going to be able, and it's not her duty. So the people, saying that she deserved this, I don't agree with that. maybe she got with somebody because they were on TV, and maybe she, made excuses for Ryan, but I don't think she ever thought that it would get like this. Um, and still, nobody deserves this. Either way, nobody deserves this. But you guys let me your thoughts in the comment section below. Tomorrow we are going to talk about Mackenzie's response and reaction to all of this. Where would one start? This needs a huge professional cleaning crew who deals with destruction. Exactly. Ryan hurt everyone that he claimed he loves, his parents, his wife, and children. Exactly. I mean, like I said, I guarantee you every night when Mackenzie puts their kids to bed at their grandparents' house, I feel like she's staying at her parents' house more than likely. I feel like they're like, "Can we go home, Mom?" And she's having to tell them, "I'm sorry, we can't." And they're probably saying, "Well, why can't we?" Well, what do you tell your kids? Well, your dad destroyed the house. Is she trying to still protect him to them so they don't think bad about him? I mean, Sweet Caroline, yeah. I don't do GoFundMe's, but I think somebody probably, yeah, I wouldn't be against that. Some ridiculous people are saying she wrecked the house. It's a really stupid idea. Oh my God. If anybody really thinks she wrecked her own house, I did see that. Someone saying that she wrecked it to frame him. Here's the thing. She already got him for violating the RO. Why does she need to damage her? She can say anything. She can say anything if that's what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to destroy her house because that's put her out of her home. A house that more than likely they still own that's in her name. So she's going to be responsible for it. I think it's nonsense to say anything like that. She's going to have to clean it or pay someone so she can sell or rent that property out. I won't move back unless she has no choice. Right. I know. Why would she destroy all her kids' stuff and not his? Exactly, because all her stuff and the kids' stuff was destroyed. Guess whose stuff wasn't destroyed? Ryan's. Oh, I guess she did that too to make it look like Ryan. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. We'll be back live tomorrow to talk about Mackenzie's response. So make sure okay, she doesn't need to go for me. She has 500K followers on Instagram and gets sponsorships all the time. Here's the thing. She also has a 9-to-5 job. Even with her sponsorship deals, I doubt she's making a ton of money off those. Let me look and see when the last time I've seen a sponsorship on her page. Let's see. I was going to get off, but let me see something real quick. Because I haven't seen a sponsorship on her page in a minute, I don't think. May 17, 2022, possibly. How cute is this romper? They make it an address too. LinkedIn stories. She promotes some of the boutiques in her hometown. Hemline, Chattanooga. She promotes them. I don't know if she gets any commission off that. Maybe. So I'm loving vintage boho bags. Champagne bag. This is April 28, 2023. So over a year old. Use MAC 10 for 10% off your purchase. Good place to shop. At dinner. Try Old Gilman Grill. They made this amazing mocktail for me today. It's called the French Dispatch. There's no code for that, so I don't think this is a sponsorship. This is just her probably saying this is a good place to eat. April 2022. I don't think she's getting a ton of sponsorships. April 5th. Thank you, Dulce Vida, for the cute summer strap sandals. Swipe swipe up LinkedIn stories. She's probably got a code for that. Last year, it seemed like she got a few sponsorships from a few different places. But I do sponsorships, and I can tell you, like, I've never made, which I'm not as big as her, I will say that, but I've never made like a huge amount of money on my sponsorships. She has style links on her page and stories. So let's see what else she has. Where's the bio for someone? Okay. I don't see it. Anyways, you guys, he should have to pay for this. Yeah, the insurance, I don't think is going to pay for it. She has not made a post on her Instagram since August 26, 2022. That's the last time she made a post. She will do stories every once in a while. Recently, she's been doing stories for Bible scriptures and things like that. She shouldn't have to use any sponsors or anything along the lines of her online postings. She never deserved this and shouldn't have to carry the burden. I agree. I agree to that. Any money that she has worked for should not go towards fixing this home. She did not do it. It is not up to her to fix it. Ryan should do it. Right. I agree, Rando. Yeah, a lot of times clothing sponsorships will give you clothes instead of money. That is true. The insurance company is not going to pay for this more than likely. I mean, I don't know why they would. Ryan demolished it. Do you think MTV will step up and help fix the home? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. If she agrees to film with them, they might. They might say, "Hey, if you let us film your side of the story, we'll help fix the home." Maybe. But the insurance is definitely not going to pay for this. I mean, I would bet money to say insurance is not going to pay for this. I mean, insurance companies try to get out of paying when they're supposed to pay. You know, literally, even in Louisiana, when a hurricane hits and you have the hurricane insurance, they're like, "Are you sure?" You know what I'm saying? They come out, they want to take, I mean, they try to get out any way that they can. They're not gonna, that would literally be like me getting on my channel right now and say, I'm gonna go wreck my car, or I'm gonna go set my car on fire because I want a new one. And then going out there and setting my car on fire and then coming back in here and be like, well, car's gone, you guys. Now I'm gonna call the insurance company. They'd be like, no, we're not covering that. I would say, yeah, I will film, but Jenna Larry will sit right here and hear everything I have to say. True. Mom of three. My basement flooded. My insurance didn't want to pay. I had to fight them. Exactly. Um, okay, you guys. Anyways, really gonna get off now. I'm tired. I've been at a festival all day and I'm exhausted. I saw a fight at the festival. It was wild. Anyways, I love y'all. Give this video a thumbs up. Check your policy. Every company is different, and mine covers a certain amount of for criminal expense. I actually think I looked this up last night. I'd be really shocked if they would. The home is in Mackenzie's name. Insurance will not cover damage done by the homeowner. It's called the Zawali Loggers and Forestry Festival. That's where we went. I actually made their video. So I made a video for the festival that they played at the festival. Carol Ann, the home is actually Mackenzie's. Mackenzie bought it in 2019. A lot of people have the misconception that it's Jen and Larry's home. Jen and Larry's was the 2-story like wooden home on the river. That was their home. This home, Mackenzie bought in 2019. I'm trying to see what much pay if you damage your own home. I can't even find anything that was really. It's pulling up other things because the main words. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, yes, Mackenzie bought this home in 2019. Anyways, I love you guys, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.